For nearly the past year, I've been recording an episode every month for a TV show called The American Dream, and here's some things that I've learned with the equipment and working with people. Hopefully you can learn something. In every episode, make it unique in some way. If you have an interview, set up the lighting to make it just phenomenal. Don't just go through the motions and record everything that's on the pre-production list. Make it unique so that the client loves it. This TV show, they like drone footage for a lot of B-roll stuff. Get your drone authorizations a day or so beforehand. Don't wait till the last moment to get your drone authorization. And that just means going into your AirMap app or whatever app you're using and get that Lance request done right away instead of last minute. If you're hoping to pitch this kind of work to other clients, then get some behind the scenes footage. That'll really communicate how you work with other people to your potential client, and it's great for your portfolio and your reel. Something on the gear side of things, when it comes to lavalier microphones, there can be interference of all kinds. There can be Wi-Fi routers, there can be radio towers, etc. I've talked about interference on my gear here, how some of it kind of interferes with each other, but another thing can be phones. Phones can interfere with that, so I ask the talent and everyone on set to just turn them on airplane mode, and that seems to mitigate some of the issues. Also, if you've got a Bluetooth thing and a lavalier receiver, you might want to separate those so that there's not interference and blips in the audio. On every episode, I'm acting as a lot of things that normally would be split up between people on a film set. I'm the videographer, I'm the director, I'm the audio guy, I'm the lighting guy, everything. So you have to do your best you can and make sure that the client expectations match what you are able to do and what you're being compensated for. Make it clear to the client that it's in their best interest to have a producer there to help line everything up, get those people where they need to be, the lines that they need to say, the locations and the times of everything. They'll have it all lined up so that you can focus on a lot of the technical things that you need to do as the videographer. Here's a very basic overview of my workflow. Once I get back to my workstation, I'm looking at my notes here. I'll download the footage to my workstation, I'll back it up, and then I'll cull it, which just means getting rid of the bad takes that are garbage, unless there's something in there that would be good for the blooper reel, which I'll touch on later. And then I'll import that into my editor, which is DaVinci Resolve. I'll do some minor edits. If there's a portion on a good take that needs to be taken away, I'll edit that. Not on every take because it takes too much time, but on the ones I know need it. And then I'll export it to MP4 or MOV for the client because two reasons. They need 1080p, not 4K. And two, if I tried to upload B-RAW from the camera, it would just take forever. So then obviously export it, upload it, and repeat. Another note on culling, the client needs the footage right away, like I said, within 48 hours. So it's really important that you do that immediately when you get back. So do all those steps in a very short period of time rather than just downloading and backing up because the client needs it. Make sure when you're framing up each shot, especially the initial shots, that you give enough room for lower thirds, like this, and because the editors need space for that. If you've got it cropped way up here or here, there's just not going to be enough room. So give the editors, give them some slack. On this show, there's a lot of real estate tours and interiors and whatnot. So there's going to be glass, there's going to be reflections, there's going to be mirrors, all sorts of things. Plan ahead for that. So don't just be looking at your monitor, kind of be looking at your environment and the things around you to accommodate that, because as the talent's speaking, of course it's run and gun, so you preferably don't do the take over and over. They may say something that's ideal, but you don't want to get in the shot by being reflected in the mirror or in a reflection. That's a telltale sign that someone's a newbie if they get in the reflection continuously. Keep in mind the editors as you're recording, especially during interviews. If you're recording an interview and they're talking and both people are just going, you need to be able to stop them. 3 to 5 minutes is ideal. So you don't want them going for 12, 15 minutes. The editors are going to be sitting there for forever, just cutting things up. Keep it short, keep it simple. again, that's why you have, or you press for having a producer on set, because they'll say, okay, stop, I want to talk about this as well. And so just keep it short and simple for the editors. Use something like the Rode Wireless Go 2 to record 2 people at once. And I can do that by having this little receiver here. It goes right into the camera. I don't have to have a second audio person or anything. These obviously go on the talent. You know how that works. But the reason for only doing 2 people on camera is kind of 2 reasons. One is it's visually confusing for the viewer to watch multiple people talk at once, and it's hard to manage once you go over 2 people. So try to focus on having 2 people. If you do have 3 people, just have the other person be there as a visual, essentially. If they really need to have more than 2 people mic'd up, you can do it. You could have a portable recorder like the Zoom H1, and then have that synced up. Just do a clap right in front of the camera to sync it up, and then you can line up your waveforms in post. So really focus on recording no more than 2 people on camera at once. I've talked about this in my run and gun setup video. I'll link that up here. Yeah. The Bluetooth transmitter for my earbuds right here that I use to monitor the audio can interfere with the lavalier microphone receiver. So it's set up here really close to each other, but I recommend having those separated because both Bluetooth and the Rode Wireless Go 2 are radio frequency, or RF. So you get that RF interference. Try to move those away from each other so that you don't have that problem. Here's a tip that's especially important in the summer when you have these lavalier microphones hooked up to people, is they're going to be down people's shirt, they're going to be touching their skin. Wash them after every shoot. Just a quick wipe with some sort of soap or something. Just clean it down, make sure it's nice and clean. I keep saying clean, I don't know, probably because it's important. That way, when the next person goes to put it on, they feel it's clean and it's just better hygiene. As with every shoot, whether it's commercial work or short film or TV show like this, try to provide extra value. And the way that I do that is by making a blooper reel. I mentioned earlier about culling the footage. When I'm doing that, I try to keep an eye out for clips that would be great for the blooper reel. I put those together with some music, give it to the client, and those actually get more engagement on their social media than a lot of their other posts. And I think the reason for that is because it shows the real side of the client, and people love that. And also the client loves it because they see themselves messing up and laughing and having a good time. And that's really great because then the shoots go smoother and smoother as you go on, and it creates a great relationship and experience with the client. So speaking of, I think I'll show some of the highlights of the bloopers. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Make it look just fantabulous. Wow.
Hello! Hello! Daniel, why don't you go wander around? That was weird. Stop. Good morning. Julie. Hi, Lori. Daniel. Come on in.
You said Julie.
Yeah.
You shook my head, you said Julie.
I was looking at her. Grays. Yeah. Okay. So one of the sounded really Minnesota. So I'm going for a French. I don't like how I was saying that. So the textures and the colors that.
Absolutely amazing home.
Well.
Absolutely perfect.
Wow.
I love it.
Oh, that's so great to have.
Good.
So nice surround sound in the bedroom. This is a beautiful fireplace. I'm like, got some throat. Again, beautiful windows. All travertine tile on the floor. Huge sink that I know Daniel would love right in the middle of the bathroom. Huge sink.
Huge sink. All right, Julie. 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 All right. I said all right. What did I say then? Guys, you people. Can I say that?
Y'all.
Hey, y'all. Energy. Smiles. Person in here. Okay, ready? This is a true sunken theater.
Oh, lights are off. I don't know how
How the lights all turn
I
off.
saw that. Daniel, I told you to go in and get ready so we could tour the home. Oh, what else did I say? The outdoor amenities are amazing on this home.
Hang on, sorry, there's a lot of sweat. You may know us of the land. You may know us of the land. Why do I keep saying of the land?
So what's the luxury part, Daniel?
Sorry, I was ahead of it there. It's too far to the top already. But when summer, see, it's the froze.
A dream park in Bloomington.
Let's go play some sports. Get to some sports. Lots of energy. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Walk slow. I don't want to leave. I want to spend the rest of the day here just hanging out. But we have to.
And roll it.
Tile for our new house. I don't want to say pick out the tile.
Oh boy.
I just would love to just spend the day here and hang out. But
Everything you could need was weird too. Everything you could want.
yeah.
All right.